Hi, welcome to our Turn Up in 10. This is a legs, bums and tums workout and we're going to be doing it on the floor. So if you can come down into, let's maybe seated position. So if you prefer to sit on a yoga block or a cushion, sit yourself onto something, and then just with those legs, any position that's comfy for you, but just make sure you can sit up nice and tall. I'm just going to tilt my camera down just a tiny little bit because I forgot to do it. Let's just move it down a tiny bit. I didn't want to go there today. Okay, hopefully you can see me anyway. So, just a little bit of mobilisation through the body first before we start our legs, bums and tums. So just think about sitting up nice and tall, and if you just take a few shoulder rolls back, so just gently take those shoulders just back and down. Let's do that a couple more times and then just let the shoulders relax down. Take your head and just very gently turn your head to the right, keep your shoulders still, and then come back, turn to the left, and we'll just do one more each side. Think about keeping that chin parallel to the floor. Okay, so that head is sitting nicely on top of your spine. So when you've come back to the centre, make sure if you're on a block, you're on the sort of forward edge of that block. I want you to just take the hands around the kneecaps and very gently just tuck the tailbone under and just gently flex through the spine, and then sit up tall, just come into a little bit of extension if that feels okay, and then again take it back. So just do a few of those just to very gently mobilise through the spine. And just after this one, give me one more of each, and then find neutral in between those two stretches. So just again, still sitting up tall but not overextending. So from there, have a little circle. So maybe just try 4 circles in one direction. So you're just moving round, and then give me 4 going in the opposite direction. So you're just doing 4 in the other direction. And then just bring it back to the centre. So as you come back to the centre, right hand is coming down to the floor, and we're lifting that left arm up and over. And we're going to then repeat on the other side. We're going to do 3 more each side. So just a little gentle stretch down each side of the body. 2 more each side. 1 more each side. And then bring it back to the centre. So as you come back to the centre, start with those feet on the floor with those legs bent. Just take the hands back. Maybe if you can, get the palms maybe to the floor. Think about that little bit of a switch on into your abdominals, and just slide your right heel forwards. Come back in and slide that left heel forwards. So just keep alternating those legs as you just slide away, and just work into the hips, the knees, the ankles and the feet, ready to be moving those legs to work into those legs and glutes. So give me 2 more each leg. Keep that switch on into your abdominals. Think about that rib-hip connection. And when you've finished, I want you to come back in, but I want you to turn yourself over onto all 4s. Now, you might want some extra padding for your knees or your hands, so grab it if you need it. And then set up so that you've got knees under hips, hip distance apart, wrists under shoulders, shoulder width apart. So, switching on primarily into the glutes here, and I want you to lift up your right knee, keep that leg bent, flex the foot, and I want you to gently pulse the leg. So just press that leg up and down. Now think about your hips. We're not moving the hip up and down. We're keeping the hips nice and still. We're engaging the abdominals. We're in a neutral position with the spine. And we're working into the glutes, a little bit into the hamstrings as well. And we're just going to keep pulsing. Now keep that foot flexed and make sure that leg is kind of high enough up that you can actually feel it working into your bottom. If you prefer to be on your forearms, come down onto your forearms, and your other option is you can lay on your front and still do this with your leg. So can we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. felt that in our bottom, you can always have a quick stretch out. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts, leg stays bent, foot is flexed. We are pulsing, but we are still keeping those hips level, neutral spine, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And again, we're working into our glutes on that side, as well as a little bit into the hamstrings, and obviously still working the core muscles. We don't want to push the ribs out. We want to keep those ribs in, keep drawing in that 30% with the abdominals, and then working, as I say, into that buttock. We should be starting to feel it. So keep pulsing. Again, don't let that hip rise up and down. So let's go again for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come in. Take a little stretch. Good. Well done. All right. So this time in all fours, we're working a little bit more into abdominals as well as glutes. So if you can think about your right arm with your left leg, you're going to slide your arm forwards and your leg back, and then you're going to draw in 10 times. So we come in and out, come in and out. So a little switch on into your glutes as you draw that knee in, that elbow in to meet the leg. Keep going. I've lost count, but we're over halfway at least. If you was counting, stop when you've done your 10. And again, you might want a little bit of a stretch out. So again, sit back, stretch it out, just a couple of seconds. Let's do the other side. So this time, left arm, right leg, 10 times. We draw in and out, in and out. Keep level. Engage your core, switch on your glutes. Couple more. And come back in. Take a sit back, take a stretch out. As you stretch out, slide back in and make your way onto your back. So if you come onto your back, and you might want a cushion for your head, and just think about rolling onto your side and then onto your back, just to support your back, and come into bent legs. So feet about 90 degrees. Think about neutral spine. So think of finding that neutral alignment through your spine. Really switch on into your abdominals. So we're going to be moving the legs as well. We'll get a little bit of leg work, but I want you to primarily focus on your abdominals as well. So feet about hip distance. Take those arms by the sides of your body. Okay, so think about a knee fold, lifting up one leg, bringing that knee over that hip, taking the weight off the left foot, but not necessarily lifting it. And then just take a little slide if you can. And as you slide, reach that leg out in front. Come back and lower the head, lower the foot. So lift the left, take the weight off the right. Slide the hands down as you lift the upper body. Reach the leg away. Think about that same gap between your chin and your chest. Come back in, place your head, place your foot back down. So lift the leg, slide the hands, take a little lift. Reach the leg away, stay wide across the chest, come back down, back into neutral. Let's do another one. So again, slide, reach the leg away, come back in, and come back down. Let's do one more each side. So right leg lifts, take that slide, reach that leg away, keep the weight off the other foot, and come back down. Last time. Making sure we can feel it in the abdominals. And then come back down. So if you need to bring those knees into your chest, have a little hug of those legs. Good work, well done. Okay, so feet to the floor. Remove your cushion if you've got one under your head. Heels, bring them a bit closer in towards your bottom. Now, focusing on mainly on glutes, then we're going to work a little bit more into hamstrings. Again, still that switch on into your abdominals. So, pressing through into a bridge position. Push up into bridge, walk your feet out, hamstrings, walk your feet back in, switch on the glutes, walk your feet forwards, a little bit more into the hamstrings, walk back in. Can we do 4 more? So walk forwards, walk back in. Alternate with the feet, so which foot goes out in front. Can you keep your hips level and lifted? So really squeeze the glutes, but as well as you move those feet forwards, you're going to feel it a little bit more in the hamstrings. Hamstrings doing a bit more work. So I think we're on the last one, maybe this one, or you might have finished. And then when you've come back in, I want you to lower yourself back down. Maybe drawing those knees back in towards your chest. So have a little hug of the legs. And then from here, take those feet to the floor and see if you can just drop the knees out to the side. Kind of let the knees fall. Soles of the feet come together. We're going to go back to abdominals, a little bit more working into the lower abs, trying to switch off these hip flexors now. So if possible, think about bringing fingers to temples, elbows nice and wide, and then take a little lift with your upper body and take a little reach across to one side, back to the centre, and lower back down. So a little lift, gentle twist, back to the centre and down. If you prefer to just do the lifts, that's fine. Okay, whether you want to add the twist is up to you. We're working a bit more into those obliques as we twist. If that's too much to lift your head, you might just want a little reach. So you can always just reach the arms away, switch on the cord. You might want that cushion back under your head. Give me 4 more each side. So if you twist it, just give me 4 more to each side. Remember to lift first, then take the little twist. Think about keeping those elbows nice and wide. Keep that same gap between your chin and your chest. Ribs down, belly down. Keeping that switch on into your abdominals. We're nearly there. Last one. And when you finish, release back down. Let your arms relax, draw those knees in. Just take one knee into your chest and just slide your other leg away. Swap it over to bring your other knee in and extend that leg. And then just take a full body stretch, just reaching both arms back. Let that rib cage lift now, just stretching out into your abdomen. And then again, just draw those knees back in and just take a little rock from side to side. Well done, everyone. That's your turn up in 10 for today. So just be careful when getting up that you get up nice and slowly. Well done. Thank you all. See you soon.